Let's go, ladies! We got another tournament on our hands. Today it is the Taiwan tournament, and there's a lot to say about this one. Before, let me introduce the players, which is a little bit difficult today. We're on map number 1, Khaldor of our best of 3 series, and on the left side, we have on Diablo, Taiwan. Taiwan strong. We got Lucio, played by Furk, Tipsy Thief on Jaina, before on Urel and Buyu on Tracer, whereas on the right side of the map, team crossover with Mr. Smile on Greymane, Zonda on Deckard Kane, Mr. Chief on Anubarak, we got Little K on Chromie, and Benjamin is playing Thrall. And if you just looked at this and said like, oh my god, I had no idea that Khaldor could read this. Well, Khaldor can't. Khaldor has been cheating a little bit because he's been reading off a little spreadsheet here that was provided for him from the tournament organization. So thanks a lot for that. We're probably going to refer to hero names from here on out. But as you can see, this is a little bit out of the norm and not quite what you normally expect here on the channel. So we have a little bit of an Asian meta kicking in today. A couple of Korean players, Chinese players, and Taiwanese players are gathering together for the tournament over here. And it is a smaller one. We have 4 teams in total that will play here. And it's all going to be best of 3 series. But it should be a lot of fun. A little bit of a different meta. We can check that out here too. Everybody that is currently wondering, hey dude, why exactly do we not have a draft here? Explanation is obviously quite easy. I'm casting these things from replays since it is a bit of a hassle with the time zone difference and also with a different server. But in this case, it's just absolutely awesome. So a big shout out here to the organizers from the Taiwan tournament to provide me with all of the information. And it's pretty cool for us to get a glimpse into the meta over here. And hopefully they are going to run a few more in the future that we can then also take a closer look at. And of course, there will be slight differences in meta. I mean, you look at the hero picks and you already have a couple of different setups here. You look over, for example, onto Tracer, and from the build alone, you can already tell this is going to be slightly different. No 1-2 punch on level 1. Instead, we have the Tracer rounds over here. We got our Diablo together with the Space Goat, Urel at the front line. Camps are taken both just as the first tribute is about to spawn. And we also got a Chromie here, starting off with Deep Breathing. A lot of these boys have been part, in the teams too, of HGC back in the days. So this is really some of the high-level play on the Asian server here. But yeah, as I said, you will see very different meta here for sure. No Trolling Thunder for Benjamin on Thrall. Instead, we have him with the Echo of Elements. We already have, of course, with Greymane, a good counter against Tracer whenever he gets close enough to her. Urel went straight over into the hand of Freedom. There's a little bit of a potential gangster up top side as they're trying to keep those siege giants alive so that they can get a bit of structural damage done and hopefully take one of those towers down. So far, no risk of that happening just yet. We got the Ruby on level 4. Anubarak going into a Carapace build, so not trying for the hard engage here. Playing him as the main tank can obviously in a sustained fight be a bit of a liability. You want to have quick battles. You want to have the opportunity to quickly kill an opponent. But nothing that we're currently seeing here with that. Chromie is currently trying to deal with the middle here. And she's just sitting there. And I don't quite know if our little sandwich over here can really put a dent into that. We have the tank still sitting at the bottom of the map, as the 2 teams are now setting up for tribute number 1. And Thrall needs to be a little bit careful. He's a bit far out, and they could theoretically make the play for Benjamin here. But in this case, Urel was a little bit late, but here comes Lucio with the boop. Urel jumps in too, is trying to get some additional damage onto him. And Tracer with a follow-up here. But Thrall's still alive, but they turn it, and they take Lucio down. Lucio eliminated quickly, obliterated. Now we have a perfect opportunity to get the first channel through for tribute number 1. Anubarak is a bit low on the other hand, and he needs to get out. Immediately Tracer attempting to follow that up, but Thrall providing a bit of cover to save the day for him. And again, Greymane in a bit of a bad spot here. He's not the only one though. All of a sudden, Lucio's on the way back, but we have big damage coming out against Diablo, and that's a kill. Chromie coming in, dropping him. Pretty happy with that one. Shut up. And Zonda is trying on the channel again as Tracer gets charged by a beetle, but is able to survive all of that. So yeah, good for them. First tribute, therefore, channeled successfully. A little bit more Dragon Breath setup coming through from Chromie on level 7. We got the Subterranean Shield now in as well. And of course, the Ancestral Wrath on Thrall. As at the same time, after the leeching rounds, we got the locked and loaded. So interesting build for Tracer. Leeching rounds now on level 4. So interesting setup for sure. Not 100% what I expected here, but again, we're obviously looking at this from the perspective of a more European meta. And we'll see what else we're gonna have, because the level 1 and 4 talents on Jaina are also a little bit more out of the box. That's something that you see more so in Heroes Lounge, with the Fingers of Frost and the Frost Armor now taken. On level 7 going straight into the Ice Lands instead. And aiming for camps as the next tribute is about to be set up. 1 kill against 2. Nothing too insane happening yet, but Diablo, of course, aiming for the interrupt, which doesn't work. So Zonda is attempting to channel the tribute, gets interrupted. They're making the big dive immediately with Chromie coming in again. But there's the kill against the old man. No respect for the Elder in this game. He's down, but Tracer is also super low. Needs to be careful that Chromie doesn't put an end to her. And Nubarak, oh, they're trying to go for the bug reporting. Nearly a kill, recall. Tracer still alive. And the Nubarak is also alive and kicking. Greymane throughout all of this has been at the bottom right and taking the Siege Giants a bit late, but better late than never. Problem is that now we have the kill not only against Anubarak, but Thrall is also in trouble. And with that easy peasy double kill, we have 4 kills against 2 for Luna, Meow, and Jaina. Gets a little bit poked here by Chromie, but doesn't get dropped just yet. Good start though. 1 tribute against the tribute. So far so good. Bosses are obviously up on the map, so that's something that in theory they could try and jump on too. Greymane has never really tried to go to the fight. He was a bit late to begin with, and then at least attempted to get some experience for them down at the bottom of the map. Help those Siege Giants to push out a little bit further. So they're currently aiming for that. Level 10 abilities are soon going to come in for Luna Meow. And, well, let's see what they can do with that. Maybe force a fight here. They're going for the camp. That's not going to be a problem. We already got the pulse rounds over here. Pulse rounds and lightning breath. Okay, definitely going a bit out of what we usually have. We still get the Ardent Defender. And Jaina. Let's see what we're going to get for her. Can expect the water elemental here. Maybe control Greymane a little bit through it. Unless, of course, they are hoping to get some kind of wombo setup going. And indeed they do. Indeed they do. They're trying to go for the wombo. Maybe following up on a Diablo stun. As level 10 abilities are ready for both sides. And that gives us Sundering. And not even the bullet coming out on Greymane against Diablo. But instead hoping to put more pressure onto Tracer with a go for the throat. A bit more of an aggressive setup for them right now. Another tribute got channeled by Jaina down here with good zoning. There was never a chance for Team Crossover to move closer towards the tribute and try to drop it here. And off we go. Pulse runs coming in. That's actually kind of sick city here. So we'll see how much value Tracer's going to get out of this one. Already trying to set this up. Yeah, Deckard Kane, stay a while, listen baby. The only one listening is Diablo right now. Oh, the ring connects only with 1, but it's enough. And Nubarak goes down. Jaina pays with her life though. Jaina eliminated, Nubarak also down. We now got the timeout. The minion gets murdered by Chromie, by Tracer. And with that, we are heading into the next tribute fight. It's a 4 versus 4, and another 14 seconds are left. Urel is jumping topside to push this out a little bit further. Not really too much going on over here. We still got level 11 versus level 11, but this tribute could really change a lot, considering that it possibly could put the curse onto Team Crossover. So we might see some momentum if Luna Meow is able to set this up. Old man is already coming in, a bit of a push out as Anubarak is going for the stun against Diablo and is retreating now as well. Has to be a bit careful with the engage, of course, too, so always keeps the ability still off cooldown. Yeah, and off we go. There we have another setup with a little bit of a poke against Anubarak. Lucy was trying to come in too and boop him back. That didn't really work out for him. Now top side, Thrall is starting to make his way in. Diablo with a channel gets interrupted as Anubarak dives in deep for this one. Thrall already with a Sundering. They're trying to go for Tracer, and Tracer goes down. Well done here. The sound barrier just a little bit too late from Lucio. No chance for him. And Luna Meow has to fall back, and Zonda with the channel once more. 2 tributes against 2, but the fight ain't over yet. They're starting to jump in again, and Diablo with the self-stun here going for... Deckard Kane, a bit late on this one. Not that it matters. Diablo died anyways. Went for the lightning breath and got obliterated, and Jaina dies shortly after. So now we have 5 kills to 6. and the setup on the boss for Team Crossover. Yeah, that one spiraled very quickly out of control during the team fight. So now an opportunity to go for boss. Then again, Urel has already sniffed it out. Tracer is preparing the one at the bottom a little bit. Goes for the solo here, apparently. I'm not quite sure if there's miscommunication or what's going on there, but that interrupted temp up at the top. Oh, they go for Chromie. Nearly get the kill in there, but Lucio is helping out. Urel can easily jump away from this one too. Both of these heroes are super mobile, so they're just trying to poke it a little bit. Tracer obviously did not take the boss at the bot side, so instead of trying to come in and take them down, they now have to deal with the boss all the way up at the top, and there's a tribute coming in too. So it starts to be a little bit dicey, given the fact that this is also the tribute that will put the curse on one of those two teams. It's a bit of an awkward situation since they're still going for the attempted defense here. Then again, Tracer moving in again, trying to put some pressure onto Thrall. Benjamin in trouble. Nice. There's the stun against Tracer. 1-2. They're looking for the next one. Sundering doesn't connect though. Chromie firing away, but is not able to connect the damage. Triple hit with the ring though, but Greymane coming in, getting the kill, getting the double. Greymane with the work, and we are gonna take another quick look at that setup. Greymane in that situation coming in, not only killing Tracer, but also getting the follow-up kill. Really well done here. Comes in, gets one, and gets another one shortly after. That was the most important one for them here. Eliminating Tracer. Jaina gets killed just a second later. So good setup for him to come in with a flank. Now the curse is on Luna Meow as Team Crossover gets the momentum in the game. Coming through with a quick kill up at the top, down at the bottom of the map. Thrall already collecting a bit of additional experience as he helps those siege giants to come through. Hits that wall and hits it hard, but there's a rotation coming his way. He needs to be a little bit careful. Diablo wants the setup, doesn't get the stun. Here comes the rest of the team though as they're trying to go for Benjamin, and they're about to get the drop on him. With Lucio moving through, there's no way for him to survive. Benjamin goes down, but the fort has fallen, and as Thrall dies, so does the mid lane. Towers are being taken down, easy peasy. And there's a huge structural lead now for Team Crossover as they come in with the easy kill on the last remaining fort on the blue team side. Luna Meow in some trouble right now. We have 28,000 euro damage through Tracer, 41,000 for Thrall, who keeps just poking away with the Chain Lightning. A little bit of a check down at the bottom as they want to prevent the second boss from being grabbed. But right now, Luna Meow is not making any moves towards that end. Two heroes haven't died in this game yet. Chromie has not died yet, and neither has Urel. So the Space Goat is still alive. And, well, with this, what else do we get? We currently have a bit of a rotation coming up towards the bottom of the map. It seems like Team Crossover might aim to grab that boss, or at least fight for the camp here, since Luna Meow is now setting up to take the night camp. And that could be an invade. With good poke from Chromie, maybe a good Sundering. Stay a while, listen, could do a lot here too. But they decide to go back. Oh, Chromie coming through, trying to get some additional damage in. They're breaking through the choke point. There's the Sundering though. Didn't get punished for it. A lot of the cooldowns were not ready, especially on Deckard Cain, who could have controlled that choke point quite easily. They have to back off. 16 kicks in. That gives us the epicenter. Epic Ender is now available, and we got the Quantum Overdrive. Also, the Horadric Staff, and here comes the fight. They're jumping in. Stay a while and listen, baby. There's the Lightning Breath as he's trying to take Chromie out, and Chromie gets murdered. As we have the quick jump on Urel. Diablo dies too, but the fight is not over yet. We have a big stun against two just as Jaina falls. They're trying for Urel as well. She has the Ardent Defender up, can use the cooldown quite easily, is attempting to hop out here. And Nubarak, does he have the stun ready? He indeed does, and Urel dies. Urel taken down, and that opens an opportunity on the boss. Easy move here. Also, the Ricochet is in after we have the jumper on the 13 and 16. Got the Numbing Blast for Jaina, Templar's Verdict, and up the frequency. Builds a little bit different over here, but the boss is up for grabs. And I gotta say, Team Crossover is looking pretty fucking fantastic right now. 11 kills against 7. Greymane a bit late on the circle dodge here, but it shouldn't really make a difference. They will take this boss either way. Deckard Cain zoning over here just in case, but the boss is grabbed and they just control the camps better. And getting all of these kills in obviously helps a lot too. So we'll see how this is going to work out for them right now. Can they push bot lane a little bit? I mean, they have to also go for the tribute. If they don't, then Luna Meow is going to grab it. Quest is completed for Diablo again, meaning that he is back on the 100 souls. Sundering! Jaina in trouble! Epicenter! And they go for Lucio. They go for the kill. They go for the double. Nicely done. Diablo is about to go down too. What a setup again. What an absolute beautiful setup here for Team Crossover. As they come in with a double kill, they move down to the bottom of the map. The boss is still alive and kicking. This is looking fantastic. This should be keep number 1 in this game. I don't think that they can push it towards core, but they should be able to walk away with the keep here. It's a 5 versus 3 setup in their favor. The boss has done quite a bit of damage. They don't have a minion wave though, and they're not pushing. They're actually falling back. I think it's a bit of a missed opportunity. This should have been keep, honestly. That was a big play for keep here. But they go for the tribute. And let's take a quick look at how this all started up. I mean, you can see the kills coming in just a second. That big stun from Anubarak right there was just absolutely beautiful. It sets up the kill on Lucio, sets up the kill on Jaina, and that allows them to push this just so much deeper. But as I said, with all the time that they still had left, I think the keep was up for grabs. They could have gone in there, especially with them running Greymane in their composition. That was an easy keep to take. So a bit of a missed opportunity. Could have also easily moved back then with all the tools that they had at their disposal here. Either way, they are in the lead. It's 7 kills against 14 in their favor. They have a level lead over their opponent. But of course, there's still that looming threat of the third tribute being grabbed by Luna Meow. And this is an even talent fight. They try to go for Anubarak. It doesn't quite work out. Cocoon comes in. Jaina is nearly dead. She's in trouble. In a lot of trouble, I might add. Greymane comes in for the kill. Sound barrier only hits Lucio. But they're trying to turn it against Greymane. He dodges the ring. But everybody is low on the blue team side. Jaina completes her quest. Ardent Defender is ready. Greymane down. The Space Goat dies too. And everybody is low, dead and dying. Benjamin tries to come in again with another chain lightning. Drops it on Tracer. But Anubarak has fallen. And Luna Meow is coming back into this. Oh, the kill on Thrall. And all of a sudden they get the quad kill. And they put the boss... Oh, sorry, the curse on the opponent. And there's the boss as well. So many kills for them. Beautiful chase as well as they take Thrall on the back end of the fight. Now they're all of a sudden in reach of the experience. They have still lost the bot keeps. That's a problem. The Siege Giants did a lot of work here. But now there's of course a lot of momentum going for Luna Meow. They sacrificed the keep at the bottom of the map on the Siege Giants, but now they have the curse, they have the boss, the fort at the top has already fallen, there's a big push coming in, they're moving into the middle now. Of course the minions are already doing a whole lot of work here, they're still having another camp taken and they're doing as much as they can, but they even had to send Urel back to deal with all of this since the core was about to be attacked there too. But they need some momentum, they need to build it up now. They're going through the middle, they take another fort down. Level 20 is ready for Team Crossover, so that makes them a little bit weary for now, but with Urel at the bottom of the map, gathering more experience. Here we go now. They have it as well. Unleashed for Greymane is ready. We also got the bottomless flask. And in addition to that now, they get stuffed once again as they are coming straight through the middle here. Top side. Boss is trying to take the keep down. So far unsuccessful. If they can take the one in the middle, that would be great. Urella's taking vision at the bottom. Is a bit late to the party, to be honest with you. Might not even get the keep over here. I think more was possible. Especially a coordinated approach towards the top lane with boss and siege giants would have ensured them to get at least one keep. But as it stands, Luna Meow not using that opportunity and have to back off with level 20 versus 20. So they're playing on eye level with their opponent again. But they haven't been able to take the keep down. And this one hurts because there's pretty much nothing left on the keep. At the top, looks similar, but the situation is the same. No continuous catapult pressure for Luna Meow as of now. Didn't get to keep the middle, didn't get the one at the top. Now the push stayed through the bottom again. And the damage numbers, we still got Thrall and Chromie leading the charts over here. 65,000 and 67k compared to the 48 that Tracer currently sports. Nubarak overall is still doing pretty good too. Jaina is the one that honestly receives a bit of a beating the entire time here. Tipsy Thief playing Jaina had a bit of a troubled game. 5 deaths on him. But he was able to complete his quest during the last team fight, which means that now Icebrook is available. That might just be what he needs in those battles to survive a bit longer. Boss is up. And of course, this boss is going to be hugely important. The problem for the blue team is that whenever Team Crossover makes a play for the boss, they have to respond. Since they don't have a keep at the bottom of the map anymore, this boss would go straight for core. So it's the most important point on the map now for Luna Meow, and they have to guard it or take it away. And Team Crossover knows this. They're already sitting tight here, they're waiting for an opportunity to come in and do exactly that. But everybody is just like dodging around all of this. Tributes are not really that important right now, especially of course since we're looking at a setup in which only one team has a single tribute to their name. And that means that you can at least let one slide quite easily. We're nearly 20 minutes into the game now too, so that's another problem. Because catapults are going to start to do more and more damage as the game continues, and with that in mind, that bot lane will become a liability. Aggroing that bad boy might not really be in their interest either. So still playing it a bit slow here. So quest tunnels more open, and well, outside of Greymane. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That was a little bit of a YOLO move here. Stay a while and listen, and Lucio is dead too. The quick double kill. Chromie survives, but that is spelling disaster for Luna Meow. Diablo was a bit YOLO in that fight. I mean, he really wanted it, but he just lost all of his souls. He's back on the map, but Lucio is dead too in the attempt to save him. So now the boss gets attacked, and as I just said a bit earlier, this one is incredibly important. So I am not really sure what exactly went up there. But alright, let's have a bit of a look over here what's going on in this setup. We have Benjamin still getting harassed here by Tracer. They let go of the boss. They're actually not committing to it yet. There's still catapults massing down at the bottom of the map, so that's still a problem for the blue team no matter what happens here. But this fight could decide the game for sure. The trouble on Urel as she tries to get out, but Chromie comes in, gets a quick kill and slaps Urel around a little bit, and that's an easy kill for her. All of a sudden a 5 versus 3, and catapults are now on their core. Core is getting attacked, and we are 21 minutes into the game. 3 catapults, Lucio comes back, pushes them out, at least for now, but the boss is up, and with only 3 heroes on the board for Luna Meow, it seems an impossible task to prevent Team Crossover from grabbing the boss here. This is not looking good for the blue team at all. Luna Meow is in trouble, and in quite a bit at that. This boss should seal the deal here. All they gotta do is like play it slow, make sure that they push with the boss. Honestly, with 2 heroes down for 20 and 30 seconds, they can even make the play for the core, and if they just get the shield gone, they can do a lot here. Greymane is just insane, so if he gets on the core in Worgen form, he's gonna do so much work over here. Right now, we're already seeing the core trying to help with the defense, but this is just gonna be a massive... I mean, this is nearly impossible. The boss isn't even here yet. They killed Thrall, I mean, good for them. But Tracer is down for another 8 seconds. The boss is already about to start hitting the core. Diablo gets rooted and completely stun-locked. Oh my god. Rooted by the boss, locked into the stun, and the follow-up from Deckard Cain and Anubarak. And that is game as Team Crossover takes game number 1 in the best of 3 series here at the Taiwan tournament. GG and well done. Game number 2. Team Crossover is in the lead in our best of 3 series here at the Taiwan tournament. And as we're heading into our second map, let's check it out. Over on the left side, we got Tipsy Thief playing Reyna. We got Furk on Deckard Cain. Taiwan 4 Strong. I honestly don't know what the 94 is standing for in this thing, but yeah, Taiwan Strong is playing Tyrael. We got B4 on Leoric and Buyo on Genji. And to the right side of the map, Team Crossover with Mr. Smile on Greymane. We have Benjamin on Hanzo, Mr. Chief on Anubarak, Patrick on Urel, and Miss Meow on Lucio. So a little bit of a switch with some of the players over here, if I'm not mistaken. So apparently they got a couple of substitute players for this one. So let's see what they can actually pull off here. First of all, which is noteworthy, is that we have a Beetle build set up for Anubarak. Same player that played Anubarak in the last game, but a bit of a different approach now for him. Also, we have the Exterminator set up for Reyna, which is not necessarily a necessity anymore, since Blizzard tinkered a bit more with Ace in the Hole and also Exterminator. It's still a talent you will see a lot, but it's not a must-pick talent anymore as it was in the previous patch. So on this map you can go definitely for Ace in the Hole too, but if you want to have the pumpkin control, this one is definitely going to help you. Tyrael coming in with the Justice for All, and yeah, we have a Genji set up. So to my knowledge, by the way, if I'm informed correctly, the Greymane player over on the right side, Mr. Smile, and the Genji player in this game, Buyo, are both number 1 and number 2 in the Grandmaster ladder on the, I think it's on the Korean server actually. So something that's also kind of noteworthy here. Not all of the players, to my knowledge, are Grandmaster. Then again, not all of the European players on the top level are Grandmaster either, because a lot of them just play custom games. So there's that. There's only so much that you can really glean from where someone stands with this in Storm League, because again, Storm League doesn't really mean a whole lot. Either way though, with a lead in game number 1, Team Crossover has already set the pace here. It's a best of 3 series, so at this point they need to see which team can actually take it here on map number 2. If it's going to be a clean victory for Team Crossover or not. Already a bit of an attempt at making the play against Tyrael. He needs to be careful for sure. Had some trouble on Diablo in the last game, especially towards the end of it, as they were trying to defend their core, and he ran into the boss root and stun. That didn't really do a whole lot for his confidence, I suppose, but maybe the break helped. We still have the early game here, so no announcement on the first altars yet. Similar builds that we've seen on the last map, at least on the heroes that we've already seen before. A bit of a deviation, of course, with Anubarak, as I mentioned. Still having the Legion of Beetles over here, but going into the Shed Exoskeleton right away. And, well, let's see what they actually can do over here. First of all, Genji trying to be a little bit aggressive with this one against Greymane. I guess that's going to be one of the setups in this game. Genji and Greymane trying to take each other out here. Tracer setup for him was great on map 1, but now playing on Genji, he of course still has the mobility that he needs to jump onto Hanzo, try and get Greymane, maybe even put some pressure onto Lucio. So we could see a few of those. But yeah, now that the first altars are being announced, this is a big question of which team is going to take the lead there and will be able to walk away with a slight advantage. Usually the 2-1 split, of course, as at least one would expect. Now on level, we got the Eyes in the Dark on level 4. And Urel is already channeling the top right very early here. Well, not early, Leo is late. And that could actually spell disaster for the top lane, because Urel is going to interrupt that shit. Yeah, Urel interrupts it, and now it's going to be a bit annoying for Leo to try and deal with that. But Urel is losing experience at the top lane, so that's another problem for her. So she went down and is now interrupting the channel, and that's good for them, but she also lost some experience at the top right. It's not really a massive deal, but it's one of those small things that can matter over time if it happens a few more times. The fight on the other hand at the bottom of the map turns quickly against Team Crossover as they're losing Greymane, and it seems like they're going to be the ones to go for the double altar channel, depending on what's happening all the way up at the top. Leo is starting to have some trouble, but of course now Genji is open to join the fight here. That's exactly what he does. The shots are fired, and that means that with the first kill in the game, Luna Meow was also able to get 2 out of the 3 altars at the beginning, and is now starting their setup here. So yeah, so far so good. Level 7 talents are slowly starting to kick in. We currently have the Cube Mastery ready. Leo still pushing the top lane out. Genji has gone in the meantime for the perfect defense here. And down to the bottom of the map. As usual, the Unstable Compound is already in. We got the Swift Retribution, which is actually one of the best talents here for Tyrael with any kind of auto-attacker setup, so that's going to be great for Jimmy at least. Problem is that Genji is currently being followed, and they nearly took him down. But both of the teams going for the pumpkin camps and taking them without any problems at all. So far so good. Level 7 gives us the Leeching Scarab, so Anubarak, after initially going for a Carapace build in game number 1, is now in the second game speccing a bit more heavily into the Beetles and trying to play around that. Well, the aggression at the bottom of the map continues then again, whereas the offlaners are rotating between the middle and the top to catch the experience. The 4 versus 4 down here is starting to heat up a little bit. Still the attempt to get a counter kill, but continuous focus coming through. Genji looking for an opportunity with a swift strike as he dashes in again and puts some pressure onto Hanzo in the back. Shimada brothers going mano a mano in this case. 1 kill against 0 thus far. But Leo now sitting in the middle and trying to make his play here. And Urel is obviously trying to come in and help out. Push the lane back for the red team as the tribute, the altar gets announced at the bottom of the map, meaning that we could see a rotation from the offlaners down to the bottom, or the attempt to get instead experience. Urel is starting to move in too, starting to slowly move down to the bottom of the map as the 5 versus 5 is about to break down. Okay, so here we go. A little bit of a setup as we have Urel jumping in deep. But already Lucio might be in a bit of trouble. Tyrael with the shield again. Nobody making a dash for it just yet, but we have to keep our eye on Genji. He's going to look for that opportunity for the backline. Already, Tyrael up at the front. Old man comes in with a bit of attempted zoning it out. Genji making the move. And they're actually starting to lose quite a few hit points at the front line. Tyrael is in trouble. He's not going to have a lot of sustain here, but they should have the cooldown on the fountain available. So I suppose we might see him move in and use that. Greymane gets interrupted as the shurikens come through. Genji making the move here. And now they're going for their own attempt to push them a bit farther away. Again, the tap on the fountain in the back. Also vision granted by Hanzo as he's trying to turn what's happening here. Level 10 is soon going to be ready for the blue team. If they get a bit more experience, if they take the wave, they have level 10, but they're about to lose Leo. And Leo goes down. Leo goes down. If he's the only one, they will still be in a decent job here because the counter kill attempt, but there it is. The kill against Genji. Both down. Immediate cocoon on Jimmy. The channel is happening. Benjamin tries to get it. There's a sound barrier. And, well, we have an arrow headed straight for North America. The arrow cam catching it in all its glory. But, of course, the only reason why this one didn't hit home is because Reyna was already dead. Set it up beautifully. That's 3 kills now in total for the red team. Team crossover with the lead in this best of 3 series. Our first match here today is now taking a lead in game number 2 as well. Genji hasn't taken his 10 yet. Besides that, we again have to go for the throat for Greymane. And off we go. Middle of the map. Leo going up against Hanzo. Down here, still the attempt to steal a pumpkin camp away. Not quite sure if Team's crossover is going to be happy with that. I mean, they're even going for the little nado over here. Just to play it safe and make sure that they're getting those bad boys. And Genji, as I said, he still hasn't made a move yet. Could still go for it, though. In comes the jump. Alright, so let's see what else they can do here. A little bit of poke is happening. Trying to escort the pumpkins through. One connects. Second one gets taken down, but the tower is down regardless. And yeah. I'm still waiting, honestly, for Genji to just, like, come in. Oh! The arrow! Oh, the Sanctification could have been any better here. What a setup, though. Great start, and there's the double kill. It's a triple, baby! They go for the triple. They want more, but Urel is jumping out. What a momentum swing as Luna Meow is coming in strong. They want the kill on Urel, and with... Yes! There it is. They get it, too. But what a fight. I mean, look at that bad boy. The beautiful stun, the Sanctification comes through. Still a kill against the Nubarak, and it just all turned. That Sanctification really broke them. That was such a great move from Tyrael, and they were able to get kill after this one. Fantastic setup. Even the Banshee kill towards the end against Urel. They only get a single altar. There's not more up on the map now, but of course, still hashtag worth it. All of a sudden, they are level ahead. They have all the freedom in the world to rotate Leo topside. They have control over the bell tower at the bottom of the map. So that's 5 shots fired against the red team's core. Nicely done by them here. Really well played. And now it's 5 kills against 3. They have the talent advantage on top of that too, which gives us the sort of justice at this point. And there's the sound barrier as Tyrael is starting to put a lot of pressure onto Hanzo. That was nearly a kill there. Leo is starting to move in too and attempts to help out. If he drops a good entomb, they might just be able to get a kill. But just holding on to the bot lane is going to be great for them. So there's that. All of a sudden, crossover is struggling. They're struggling a little bit here. Oh, the Lulnado! No! And Nubarak! Where are you trying to go? Look at that little setup that they had here for him. So they come in, they see a Nubarak out a little bit far, they drop the Lulnado, try to zone him out here after he evaded the initial seal attempt from Deckard Cain, and then he just doesn't dive into the right direction. Could have tried to escape here, but instead he gets murdered. So Nubarak is dead at 6 kills against 3 now, and the suffering of Team Crossover continues. They're heavily interested in reclaiming the bell tower at the bottom of the map, obviously, so they're continuing the poke. But so far it's been a good defense, and they're doing a fantastic job just taking those minion waves down whenever they approach, so that they have an easier time dealing with the heroes themselves. Now, we still got the next camp over here. Urel comes in, sees it happen, is like, yeah, I'm out of here. Jumps away, jumps into the middle. Of course, she wanted the experience points there, and she got those. But here comes another big arrow, and the follow-up, the insta-kill. This time the Sanct is a bit too late. 2 kills coming through, and I gotta give a bit of a shout-out to Benjamin here. These moves have been on point. 3 of the pumpkin oh my fucking god, what the hell? 5 pumpkins make it through, and in the meantime, Urel... sneaky bastard that she is, moved down to the bottom of the map and stole away the altar. Alright, that works. It's not so much the 3 points that she just got for the team, it's more so that she was able to avoid 3 from being shot against them. Here's, by the way, that setup once more that we saw. Look at that arrow. The arrow hits 3, and then they're coming in with the insta-kill against Genji. Beautiful setup for them, so yeah, nicely done. Really good setup there. So they reclaim the bell tower, they snag the altar up, but they get the altar, but now it's still an entire level lead and a talent lead for Luna Meow. But I gotta say, there's a couple of cool moves on both sides. These arrows are absolutely on point that we're seeing. And yeah, Urel also getting the sneaky one at the bottom of the map. That helped a lot. Ardent Defender is in. And the space go... Oh! The Lulnado! Holy shit! What a deny! Guys, we're gonna take that again. Look at this. Look at the Lulnado. Interrupting the jump. Interrupting the jump into the entomb. Absolute godlike play here from Deckard Cain. And they get the kill. Now, of course, that opens up the boss, and they're gonna grab this one. Easy peasy. But yeah, well done here. 9 kills against 4. They have the boss that's 4 shots fired. Leo's trying to hold the bottom at the same time now. But those shots now drop them down to 17 points, and we have a triple altar up on the map. They still need level 16. They still don't have the level 16 talent. That's a little bit of a problem now. There it is, finally dropping into their hands. But boy, some of these plays that we've seen so far. Hanzo with a giant slayer over here. Alright, epicenter again for Nubarak. Urel is already about to channel the top right. Keep in mind, this is a 5 versus 4 down here. Urel is top right. There's nobody at the top left. There's absolutely nobody looking at the top left right now. That's 4 shots fired right here. I'm actually surprised that Urel doesn't simply go to the top left and tries to steal it away. Instead, she comes in for the fight, but Nubarak is dead. The arrow connecting with the back line, but there's no follow-up. And they have to YOLO to hightail it out here. Already moving away from this one. And I said it, Urel is coming in. I expected her to do it earlier, but she didn't. But she's going to be interrupted, isn't she? Yes! Yeah, this time it's not happening. I think if she would have gone straight to the top left after channeling her own altar, she would have probably been able to snag the second one up too. But now she's just a little bit too far out, and there's the kill. It was a good idea though. I think it was a bit too late, but now all shots are fired against the red team. 9 are left. 9 points on the core. So they just dropped them into the single digits here. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. And there's more control now incoming for Luna Meow. They're going to do their thing. They're coming in once again with the attempt to drop the opponent's bell tower topside. And this should actually work out for them. Leo is still dealing with Greymane at the bottom of the map. They also hold on to a massive advantage in experience. I mean, they're 2 levels ahead right now. Level 19 versus level 17. We got 48,000 damage from Jimmy alone. And Hanzo is the only one that hasn't died yet on the red team side. For the blue team, Deckard Cain and Tyrael have both not fallen yet. It's actually kind of impressive if you think about it. the front line struggled so hard. When Diablo in the last game had so many problems against the red team, now him playing Tyrael much stronger. Sanctification out again, saving the ass of Genji for just a moment. But oh my god, you're shitting me, right? Oh, Genji actually gets away. Wow, Genji gets out. Leo in the meantime falls. The push through the middle, Greymane. Oh, going deep. And finally, Genji dies too. Unbelievable. That setup. 2 kills against 1. But the initial escape was just nasty. Now we got 22 points in the core against 9. We have nearly level 20 for Luna Meow. And over to the top right, there's a chance for a channel. We have 2 heroes still down. Leo's going to be back most likely. Little Nado is in, trying to zone them away from Deckard Cain. The old man attempting to escape and is able to do that. Lucio is a bit low and is attempting to rush towards the left side, away from Reyna. Sofa is able to do that. But, yep, first channel is already ready. That's only 3 shots though, since they only have 3 of the bell towers. 3 against 5. Okay. Yeah, if they can get only 1, if the blue team can get only 1 altar, that would already be such a mad win because they would put the opponent down to 4. Arrow camera catching everything. But the fight is happening over here. Leo with the Atum attempt. Greymane is now back to 5 versus 5 as Genji is on his way back as well. Tyrael is coming in. 14 seconds on the Sanctification. There comes the Cocoon as they're trying to push it past them. And they go for Tyrael. He's nearly down, but he still lives. And Sanct will be ready in just a little bit. Everybody's low. Also for the red team side, they're struggling. Team crossover. They know they need this one. They come in. Sanctification is ready. And they're getting pushed back. Everybody is low. Lucio is low, out of mana too, and there's the channel. That's 5 shots against the red team, and they couldn't fight any longer simply because... Oh wow, this is actually more fired. They're down to 3. They lost control over the middle bell tower just in time for this one. And now they're up against the level 20. Oh, Luna Meow has a realistic chance of getting the bot lane control. And it's a good move from Team Crossover to make a coordinated effort for the top bell tower, because if they don't do that and try to defend bot lane, they're most likely losing the game right here. But it's not looking good either way, obviously. They're still half a level away from level 20, and there's no doubt that Luna Meow is going to lock in another bell tower conversion at the bottom of the map, and that could help them. If they just connect 3 more pumpkins with the core, they win. If they get another altar channel, they win. If they get the boss, they win. There's so many chances for them now to take this. Here comes the attempt of Leo with the buried alive. A little bit too optimistic. Hanzo is able to get away from it. And they're trying to make the play for Jimmy, but Jimmy is still alive. There's the sound barrier. There's still control. Boss is back up on the map, by the way. Boss is on the map. They got that. Jimmy in trouble, and Reyna goes down. They get the kill against Reyna. Luna Meow is down to 4 players, and there's the level 20 for the red team. They want to go for another kill. They nearly got Leoric, and they get him. Leo down. They make the play for Genji. He's able to escape, and Anubarak dies. Yeah, Urel is still sitting in the back line, hoping to get the last hit in against Genji. That didn't work out. But still, they at least convert that bell tower. And in the middle of the map, the minions are working on the last one on the right side of the map. So they can equalize that again. Doesn't really help their case in the sense that they still need to win every single altar from here on out. But at least they're going to make sure that if they catch a few, they do a lot more damage. Benjamin is in trouble on the other hand, and he gets taken down. Genji proven once again to be the stronger Shimada here. Tyrael coming in. Sanctification. They try to go for Urel. Urel! And she is about to get away. Nope. Genji gets the kill. Swift strikes in, gets the kill, and this should be the end of it. There's the channel, and this seems like victory for Luna Meow as they lock in game number 2, forcing the 3rd map in the best of 3 series. Nicely done, Luna Meow forcing another game in this best of 3 at the Taiwan tournament. Alright, game time! We have our 3rd map coming up, and this is going to be the final one for this first series. Luna Meow against Team Crossover, and on the left side we got B4 on Blaze, We have a Tipsy Thief on Reyna, who worked on the last map, so why wouldn't you try it again? We got Taiwan Strong on Johanna. We have Fork on Anduin and Buyu this time on Junkrat on Volskaya Foundry on our third and final map in this best of 3 series at the Taiwan tournament. Over to the right side of the map, Anuburak getting played here by Mr. Chief, 3rd time in a row. Zonda on Lucio, and that's the 2nd time for him. Patrick is playing Imperius this time. We have Benjamin on Liming, and Mr. Smile apparently has a subscription on Greymane, playing that hero once again. So we'll actually see how this is gonna work out for them this time. In the meantime, guys, as always, if you want to support the channel and also the work here in esports, I mean, this time we're diving a bit into the Taiwanese or the Asian meta over here, as you can tell, then you can head over to patreon.com/Khaldor and check that out. It's always appreciated. Thank you very, very much to everybody that already supports me there. And of course, it helps to keep not only the live streams on Twitch, but also the content on YouTube alive. So always appreciate it. If you want to support it, check out patreon.com/Khaldor. Yeah, at that point, we already have our first kill in the game, as you could just see. And it seems like the second one is gonna follow fast. No, he actually gets away. Nice jump over the wall here. Really well done with the lunge. So that was pretty awesome. But that was clutch. If that penetrating round connects with him, then he's definitely toast. So the kill against the Nubarok was a good one to start. Also noteworthy that for the 3rd time in a row, we have him on a Nubarok. He still had that beetle build on the last map, but now the normal setup with the Nerubian armor again. And I talked a bit on the last map about how you can definitely go into Ace in the Hole now, how Exterminator isn't a must-have anymore since the last few patches, and now exactly that gets reflected also in the build that we're seeing for him. So going straight into the Ace in the Hole over here. For Jimmy, a little bit more of an oomph in those team fights. We also got the Ether Walk for Liming. And that is actually kind of curious. We have the Striker Liming set up for Benjamin, and he's been playing on the offlane in a lot of these games now, but a bit of a different setup. For the first time, we actually have a reset hero here on their hand, with them playing now a mage that is definitely going to help them to follow up on the stun setup that we could get from Nubarak and Imperius. So if you come in and get a big hit with Liming after that, that's a huge amount of HP that you can just chunk down for anybody to follow up on this. And this entire setup with Greymane and Liming has of course been popular for ages now already, for very good reason. You have a finisher, you have someone that can poke out, and with every single kill you also contribute to the resets for your mage. It's a pretty cool setup here. And, well, at this point, what else are we gonna get? There's a couple of additional hits coming in already in the middle of the map. Yeah. There's the attempt to push this out, maybe get an early kill in. Control point is unlocking now too. We have so far a single kill, and with both teams now holding one turret, there's always now the chance to go for the healing beacon, which is why we are having both teams at least floating around the area a bit, just to double check what's happening. If anything, I would have said that Luna Meow might make a play for it, because of course there is some engage tools, but if you have control over that point with Junkrat, you can do a lot already. And normally Johanna is sustainable enough, especially with the help of Blaze, that they can control that zone. Now, there are some good CCs on the other side, and you're a little bit afraid of Liming with the resets. But nobody is making a play for the healing beacon. So instead what we're seeing is them moving onto the objective pretty quickly. And already getting a bit annoying. But Anubarak has kept some of his skills back up, can simply move out. Blaze is not following that too deep. And here we go. I honestly don't think that I've seen this particular tint on the skin a whole lot. I like that a lot more. I'm usually not really a big fan of that Blaze skin here, but that tint makes it a lot better. I like that tint a whole lot more on this bad boy. So usually I'm more a fan of any kind of version where he has the big bad armor up. But the blue tint is a little bit better than... I think this is the red one that most of the people that I've seen so far are running. But either way, there's a little bit of a side note here. Now on level 7, as we've seen in the first game, again a subterranean shield for Nubarak as he starts to dive in here. They're trying to go for the quick bad fight as they're attempting to get a kill. Both of the turrets have been deployed as is, and then Nubarak has to jump back here. It's 99% against 0. That's a huge gap actually between the two. So the blue team is putting up the pressure in their attempt to get the first protector locked in. Yeah, but they are struggling a little bit. So is Imperius though, and he's the first one to fall, but Johanna dies just a second later, and here come the resets. And they get 3 kills. Well played. They go straight up for the turret, and what a setup again. I mean, big fight coming in. The first one to fall was Imperious, but then, of course, it turned quickly. The kill on Johanna, the kill on Jimmy, resets all over the place, and Benjamin is using that to murder them. Absolutely murder them. They get the earlier level 7. They're coming in now for additional items. And even with the 99% already accomplished, it's going to be a bit rough for Luna Meow to get this one. Because now they are looking against an item advantage on the side of Team Crossover. That is pretty significant. I mean, you have 2 items to 0, and those 2 turrets can make all the difference here. Now, I like the move to go up to the top and then try to jump in and get the healing beacon, but I really don't know if they have enough to reclaim this. They're a little bit behind in experience, nothing crazy, but it's there. And now this fight is going to decide who takes the first protector and potentially the momentum in this game. So here come the stuns again. 1, 2, coming in with the third one against Junkrat. Good setup. Beacon is already out on the ground, but so are the 2 turrets. And whoever wins this fight takes it. Right now, the blue team is in trouble. Blaze is low, but so is Imperious. So maybe Luna Meow can bring it back here. But they are struggling a lot. And one of the turrets is still around for just a little bit longer. Gets a few shots in, but they are trying. Blaze, on the other hand, he's in trouble. He has nothing right now in terms of HP. If Greymane gets close to him, he's definitely going to be dead. And of course, there's still Li Ming to be considered as well. Another big hit from Li Ming. Nice! Good shots from Benjamin here. And they go for one. They go for... That could have been a double. Benjamin comes in. He wants the kills. And I think he's going to get the one against Jimmy. No, even with a level 10 in the wave of force, he's not able to lock the damage in. But they got the protector and now moves through the middle of the map quite easily. Nicely done. Okay. So now the rotation topside after the wall in the middle has been destroyed. And they're going to try and make the play for the top. But yeah, so far so good. And honestly, Li Ming in particular seems to be the money pick for them in this game. Nice damage that we've seen here from Benjamin. Now we have level 10 abilities ready on both sides. And that gives us, again, the Blessed Shield, as you would expect here. What else are we going to get for... Honestly, the fact alone that Blaze doesn't pick his level 10 talent yet is just like scaring the shit out of me. Buddy, go for the bunker. Go for the bunker. They got the wall topside and take the fountain down. I mean, it's obviously the main goal that you have as you're trying to get a better position for the second protector. But yeah, where's that level 10 for Blaze? Don't tell me we're... Nah, there's no way. There's no way. Bunker or bust, baby. There's one talent here. There's one talent on level 10. You have one choice. I mean, it's 4 kills against 2. It's not like everything's lost here yet. Second objective could still go either way. It is an advantageous position for Team Crossover. But I'm a little bit afraid that if Blaze doesn't pick Bunker, this could turn quickly. And the problem is that this is a map where Bunker shines even more, because the whole goal is that you're getting more value or more... You want to establish a position on a certain point, and Bunker's just fantastic for all that safety that you need here. Yeah, there it is. Thank God. Ooh, that was a close one. I got scared there for just a second. No combustion in this game. Yeah, Nubarak tries to get a little bit sneaky. Doesn't even have to go for a dive. Doesn't have to burrow charge out of this one. Looking at the damage, by the way, we have 19,000 for Imperious. So he even has more damage than Li Ming. So that's where we are right now. More damage than Li Ming. Now we're looking topside again. And there's just a 4-man commitment as they're trying to push this back. So 2 kills against 4. We got nearly level 13 now for the team in red. Also, we should soon see the next objective announced. But let's see what they can, what else they can actually do here. Ming is slowly taking over, or will take over, and the damage as time continue, I would assume. Yeah, Imperious. Okay, he can dodge out on the damage so far. So far, they're solid here. Now that we have the Illusionist, Li Ming is, of course, going to be even safer than that, also more dangerous. But yeah, next fight is going to be interesting for sure, because right now, it's a slow but steady progress for the red team. And whoever wins this one takes the series and advances. Already the push down here, as they try to go for Blaze again. Where's the bunker when you need it? Right there. Bunker gets used, 13 versus 13. Yeah, Imperious might actually have found his master here. He gets attacked right away. Good attempt from Junkrat to get them out of position again. but it's not quite working out. So everybody is able to retreat. Quick picks on some of the talents. The enchant boots are in. Giddy Up is ready as well, but it's about the items once more. And this time, the approach for the next healing beacon right here. Blast Hammer comes in, suppressive fire. Yeah, and off we go. Another fight over this one. Objective is also announced, so there's that. And currently, it's a full-on control setup, and we talked about it earlier. Junkrat is fantastic for that, but still, they might struggle here. There's a huge commitment now happening on the side of the red team. The blue team picks the item, drops it immediately, gets 1 kill, and they get a double. 2 kills for Luna Meow in this fight. Nicely done by them. So yeah, the big fight over the beacon, and then the 2 kills coming in. Lubrak, the first one to fall, and then on the way back out, Imperius gets also dropped. So that definitely brings the blue team back on the map. They're even in kills now, and they're slightly ahead in experience, so that's a pretty good setup for them. Now there's items up on the map once more, which means that both of the teams are currently trying to grab them. Zonda is attempting to zone for Greymane. Yeah, and he can help him to escape, but they're not going to be able to take this one. Stolen away. Easy peasy. They did all the work and didn't get the item. That just feels bad. Blue team comes in, says, well, thank you very fucking much, and claims it away. I would be pissed. I would honestly be pissed. I mean, there's nothing that can be done. The timing was just perfect for the steal, but that's still frustrating, to say the least. Not even Lucy could have done anything to stall it out enough in order to help them out with it. But, yep, now that we have the push towards the top, let's see if there's a chance to maybe grab this objective, because they have a slight lead now. But they also have to retreat here. 60 would be fantastic for the blue team if they can grab that. But there's the approach towards Johanna. Bunker, okay. Yeah, they're trying to bust them out. But Imperius is in trouble. Oh, Imperius, he goes down. And Anubarak is also starting to suffer here. Especially since, oh my god, Junkrat, the plays, baby, the plays. What a Junkrat setup. Look at this. Imperius goes down and just look how he pretty much solo kills him. Jumps over, gets him out of position, boops him back in, and then they can get the easy kill with Jimmy committing to the damage with the right click here. Nicely done. Blue team in the big boy lead now. 6 kills against 4. They're looking strong here at this point. They struggled in the early game. Losing the first objective as Li Ming just destroyed them. Definitely hurt, but now they are looking much, much better. Definitely more coordinated. They get the objective, and now they have the opportunity to push through the top. And there should at least be a 4 top side. Now, the question, of course, remains, what can they do at the bottom of the map? Since the next objective spawns at the bot lane, you will see an attempt, I assume, to rotate there and take the fountain down. That's what you usually see. But either way, they're trying to go for... careful. A few more kills would also be worth quite a lot, but Junkrat is in trouble, and he goes down. That's a reset for Li Ming as well. So much for them taking down the top fort. That hasn't happened yet, and I don't think it will happen. Yeah, Cocoon was up against Anduin. He comes in as well. Commits to the light bomb as they are trying to get another kill. That Protector's just brawling the entire time, not getting any structure damage in. They're really struggling here. And another kill! What the hell? Team crossover. They don't give a fuck about the Protector. They just jump in and start to take heroes down. They're going for Blaze too, and they're like, dude, you don't understand. You need to respect the Protector. And they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. I mean, they're just moving in and getting kill after kill. Jojo down, then they're chasing Blaze as well. Get another kill over here. Now at the top side, the fort has nearly fallen, so there's that. But what on earth? Zero respect for the for the Protector. Team crossover just going in for the damage, and now it's 6 kills against 7 with pretty much an even position in experience. Yeah, that was a quick one. I mean, there's also, of course, Bunker that we could talk about here on Blaze, but still. Yeah, that death was something that they probably didn't even anticipate. I mean, that was a deep chase that they went up for there. So, right now, all forts are up. I guess the top one is just going to be dropped by Junkrat eventually. Yeah, I think he's already making a play for it. Once that he has vision, he's going to try and move on it. He rip-tires it. Alright, why not? Why not rip-tire it? Again, you're going to get the cooldown back for the next fight anyways. Might as well. That's a safe play to make. If you don't have vision, you want to make it work. and you don't want to expose yourself, then just Riptide. Just go for it. You got more than enough time. His ult will be back up for the next big fight, or at least it should be. Well, unless of course they are forcing it like this one. Now the ult might have been maybe a bit useful here, so the fort at the top falls, but who wins this one? Big fight coming through now. Luna Meow looking for the item, looking for the kill, but they're in trouble. They get a good stun out, but there's the death on Blaze as well, and the item gets claimed. Greymane over here drops the fountain, tries to go for the kill against Junkrat too. That's not quite what Junkrat had in mind when he went for the displacement here. But in we go. There's now 8 kills against 6. The lead for Team Crossover and Experience again. That fight is just a brawl at this point, honestly. It's just a blow after blow, seriously. There's like 2 boxes in the ring just going at each other. Blow for blow, no defense whatsoever. Let's just try and take them down here. And they're getting some mad damage connect. Oh, Nubarak! Yeah, they trade him for a fort. I gotta admit, I'd take that trade any day, but now I probably would try and hightail it out here. Junkrat went for the Riptide again, did some damage, but it seems like Greymane might actually die. Nope, Lucio helps him with the escape, and the Banshee can't keep up with it either. Yeah, but we got the bot lane fort, and that's gonna be great for the next objective. That's gonna be really great. It's gonna be fantastic for them. 50,000 damage by now for Li Ming, so she has taken over top damage. Earlier on, it was, as mentioned, Imperious. Yeah, now all the way up towards the top. There we go. Another camp about to be taken. Only ones that hasn't died yet on Luna Meow's side is, of course, Anduin. Anduin's biggest strength is running away from a fight. If you learn anything in World of Warcraft, then that's that. And it translates directly into Heroes of the Storm as well. Honestly, I have no idea. I never really played World of Warcraft, but the guy's a crybaby, so yeah. Still need to make our runaway jokes. Anduin's preferred strategy is the French defense, running away from the battle as quickly as possible. And yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. So I'm out of dumb jokes. So there's that. 20 on the board for both teams. We got Storm Talons. Any surprises over here? Well, we got Varian's Legacy. So there's that. And what else are we gonna get? We get a destroyed fort up at the top side. Now I like that. The one thing that I don't like is that they're giving up the advantage that they had at the bottom of the map. So they're getting 2 forts for it, I'd say, but that was their big advantage at the bot lane for that fight, so that's gone. We'll see how much of a role that plays. Obviously, they are still looking strong when it comes to structures that they took down, and they're even saying, well, give them a couple of points on the objective. What do we care? We're just gonna go for the objective now. Well, not for the objective, for the other objective, the mini objective. The item, and at least at this point, Luna Meow said, okay, we can't just, like, let them get all of this shit. And the steal! Blaze comes in and just steals it away. What the fuck? He, like, comes in. Oh, and there's the kill against Junkrat. But Blaze, oh my god. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And Anduin is dead as well. 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let the bodies hit the floor, ladies. There's the first kill. Look at that quad kill. What a setup. Is that game? Are they actually going to end it now? They go for the keep and they have 40 seconds left. Why wouldn't they? Holy shit. Oh my god. What a fight. Team Crossover coming in and just murdering Luna Meow in that last battle. What a setup by them. Blaze is trying. There's no way he's going to defend this. A 2-1 victory for Team Crossover in this first round match of the Taiwan tournament. Nicely done by the red team. Well played. And yep, that's game. Luna Meow is out.